50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and together with my friend Sam Garlep, we're reading every chapter of my Harry Potter fanfiction from when I was 13. This is book 4 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Phantom Farter. Show for the years or more, everyone. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fanfiction podcast by me, Radio Mike, book 4, The Phantom Farter. Sam Garlep is here.
For the last time, I am hereby retiring
John Farnham.
The podcast. No.
Who is it? The John Farnham who always does last, John Farnham's last ever tour. And then 5 years later, John Farnham's last tour.
2 years later.
Yeah, he's done that. Yeah. I reckon John Farnham did his comeback tour in 2002.
Yeah.
And he's done 6 more since then. Yeah. Glad we're on the same page. How are you?
He's not well though, so he's
so
not. He hasn't got.
You wouldn't talk about it.
I don't think he's got. I don't think he's got another one in him.
Comeback.
But a little bit of. It's kind of funny.
It depends who you ask.
What?
You well?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm just gonna say if this is possibly the last show.
I think it is. Don't say possibly, because then these guys get hope and then they get disappointed.
I don't know why.
We guarantee them it's the last.
It is absolutely the last show of the year. Maybe a bit earlier than usual. Yeah. We both are going away.
Yeah.
But Mike is going away before me, so it's Mike's fault.
Yeah, it is my fault.
We are not doing it again.
Yeah, sorry guys. But we'll be back mid to late January. We're going to take a month off. We usually do. Again, this podcast we just do. We don't really make money on this pod. We were just talking on the Patreon. We just made $7 from the merch.
Oh, it's awesome.
And so we're just going to take about a month off.
Which still available.
Still available. radiomike.com.au/merch, I think, is the website.
Well, don't look at me.
Maybe we come back 2025. We come back with all the merch we've promised we would have.
You know what? I just thought of a Christmas present you can get for me. Can you please get me
a shirt?
One of our t-shirts? Because I don't have one. And I really want one.
It's not.
I'm wearing a black t-shirt right now, and it could be
the Derek is a disgrace to all wizards shirt. Yeah. Also, Patreon, as we said, you get about 15 minutes of bonus content at patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys. Sign up there now. In even higher quality vision, if you want to watch it, because Mike has bought a new camera. But also, I was going to say, bit hit or miss whether the content's worth listening to.
No, it's not. I think it's hit or hit.
It's hit or hit.
It's just where does it hit you?
Where does it hit? Yeah. It might hit you somewhere that's close to being a miss, just on the brush of the shoulder.
Just grazes you. That was that's okay. I guess.
But that is still a hit.
Yeah, exactly. It still counts.
Yeah.
Just a lower score. I guess.
That's it. Yeah.
Archery terms.
I was going to make a reference to a band that has a lot of hits.
Oh, okay.
MGMT, Electric Feel, Time to Pretend, Kids. Not all hits.
Yeah.
I'm positive one of them was a bigger hit than the others, though. I don't know which one.
Yeah.
Was it Kids?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Is that the... Yeah.
I watched... Algorithm this morning gave me that video.
Exact same one.
Video. Okay, great.
Okay, so there's a video floating around at the moment, and it's MGMT. I guess it's just the two guys who look like
they're
16.
At uni
18. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and sorry, and they've obviously they've just got a crappy little table, a laptop, and whatever, and they're just rocking out to that song.
They're just singing it.
Yeah.
And they're so excited.
Yeah.
And there's people dancing.
And it's to that song, but it's 5 years before it was released.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
So imagine what we could be doing. Maybe people will listen to this in 5 years and be like, those guys didn't realize they were doing the biggest podcast in the world. We're doing an episode with Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
It's I saw that video. I listened to that episode of you guys talking about MGMT.
Who's that fucking annoying American radio podcast that everyone...
Joe Rogan?
No, Howard Stern.
Oh, I love Howard Stern.
That's a curly-haired guy.
Yeah, but he's good now. When he was young, he was like a Kyle Sandilands, but now he just talks to people about music.
Why do I feel like he's always looking for something. Maybe I've seen things where he's like just being a bit either like sexual or
that's
to women.
He started as that. He
Yeah.
would have like porn stars in the studio. I read his book. It was pretty boring actually, but everything.
You were hoping there was not enough porn stars in there.
Everything he was talking about, I was like, fucking hell, this is so cringy. Because I read it last year. I was like, in 2023, stuff that Howard Stern did in the 90s is really cringe and not good. But like at the time, I guess it was groundbreaking. But he said that he so this is why I respect him, because he did what Kyle Sandilands in Australia won't do, is that he was like, he said it would be embarrassing for me as like a 55-year-old or 60-year-old man now to do what I was doing in my 20s. That's why now I just interview people about music and stuff. So I like his stuff now. But yeah.
Hit or miss, you might say.
Yeah, it's hit or miss.
It's hit or miss.
It depends when you listen to it. So, yeah.
So the Patreon's hit or miss. Sometimes it hits you.
Wait, why
square
did you
in the
bring up
face,
Howard Stern again?
and sometimes it grazes you on the ear like a Trump
Yeah,
assassination. I don't know why. I don't know why I brought him up. Let's continue though.
Let's continue. Yeah.
We are in Mike's apartment.
What a great apartment.
and
I'm going to miss this place.
A little bit of a different furniture arrangement here. I need to address the
the elephant in the room
or the queen size bed in the room. There is just a giant bed in the middle of the living room, and I feel like we should be jumping on it and maybe doing the podcast from the bed.
We're not doing that.
You couldn't, Mike. Mike's obviously it's a new bed you've ordered, but it is just completely set up in the living room, and you can't get to the pantry or the oven.
No. So 2 things on this. One is like, as soon as Claire moved in, she's been very insistent that we need to get a new bed.
Yep.
My bed and mattress are apparently not sufficient, which is fair. And you know what? I've had some good times on that bed, but it probably is time to say goodbye to them. But I think this is what I might need to say.
Mike's bed is just like milk crates with like floorboards over them.
And then a little mattress, little futon.
Well, no, it's one of those ones that you used to roll out for camping and it just kind of self-inflates. So
you have to.
I don't know.
You have to like press on the little foot pump.
Every night. You're pumping it up. I think it's still got a few more years in it.
It deflates while you're sleeping on it. Yeah,
and you can hear it.
Yeah. Claire's set up this bed. Oh, that was good. Claire's set up this bed in the living room. I actually have a feeling it's too big to fit through that hallway there. So I think we're going to have to take it apart and put it back together in the bedroom.
Well, I'll be honest. I did think, why did you set it up? Why did you do that?
Yeah. But that's all right. If we have to, we might just sleep here from now on.
You can get it in, but you're gonna have to L-shape it around the corner. You're gonna probably have to move this couch first. And
we're gonna have to move.
So,
everything. Oh well,
guys, if you can come over and help Mike move the bed, because I don't know how the two of you are gonna lift this.
You know, once
because it's one. Oh, it's got drawers underneath.
Yeah,
you are never gonna lift this.
You know, once. Speaking of that, a listener of my stuff, Kyle, who lovely guy. He's a Patreon supporter, really great guy. He actually like asked, "Oh, hey mate, like, could we like catch up for a walk? Because like I've been." He just wanted to chat, get some advice, catch up. And I said, yeah, of course. And then it was around about the time we had assembled the new chest of drawers that Claire also suggested that we should get when she moved in.
Yes.
And I asked Kyle, hey, would you mind coming and helping me move it into the bedroom? So Kyle came over after our walk to help me move furniture. So if someone does want to catch up, if you want advice from me in exchange for helping me move this bed, let's set it up.
And actually, well, and on that note, because I'm moving places in just after Christmas, December 27 or 8. So
that is just after Christmas.
If anyone wants to catch up with me then and help me move a few things.
Are you giving advice?
I can give some advice on how to best carry a fridge. I can give some advice,
You had a whole song in your comedy show about moving. Oh, yeah. Which was great.
Oh, yeah, and you helped me with it.
Oh, that's right. The other day, so Sam in his comedy show had a bit...
Why did I forget? As you said that, I was like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, yes, I did.
You did. I helped you write it, I think.
Yeah, it did help the moving, man.
You also have a great bit in your show from 2024 about Dr. Follicles, which I don't think we've talked about this. Dr. Follicles is a barber shop on Swan Street, which is just near where I live. So
near where I live.
I go there. Your whole bit was that Dr. Follicles is like scary, like the idea of it. I go there And last time I was there for this haircut that you talked about in maybe the Patreon, I told them, oh, by the way, my friend is a stand-up and he had a whole bit about Dr. Follicles in his show. And they're like, oh, we have to see it. It'd be so funny. I was like, yeah, I don't think it exists online, because you were very like negative about Dr. Follicles.
Yeah.
To do great haircuts, by the way, non-spons.
I think my issue with hairdressers at the moment is that they've just become something else. You can't just go in and get your hair cut. Yeah. Every hairdresser has something else.
Yeah.
So
you have to get a beer.
Oh, yeah. There's beer on tap. There's ones where they offer you whiskey.
Yeah.
They're selling
records.
Yeah, they've got all this stuff on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, they've got a guitar on the wall.
And you had the merch bit as
yeah, they've got merch. Like, why do I want a t-shirt with my hairdresser's name on it?
By the way, and just make sure you head to our merch store and get our merch.
Yeah, but that makes sense. Not be like, oh, thanks, Nick, for the haircut.
No, you know what? I disagree, because like fans of this show want to buy a t-shirt of this show to say that they're a fan of this show, whereas fans of Dr. Follicles might want to buy a t-shirt to support Dr. Follicles.
This is the other thing. They also, I'm not sure if Dr. Follicles does, but many other hairdressers, they sell hats as well.
Yeah.
And my view is, you should be proud of your work.
Yeah.
If you're cutting my hair and immediately going, oh, you put this hat on.
Yeah.
You should, like,
in fact,
it covers up your work.
Would it be offensive to buy the hat straight after they cut your hair?
Yeah.
Would they be like, oh, do you not like it?
Oh, better get that hat. Yeah. Honestly, what the? So that's where buying a t-shirt of us makes sense. Doesn't cover up. You know, I'm not sure how you could buy something. It'd be like buying not earphones, but ear mufflers. I don't know.
At a
Harry Potter and the Boys ones, as in...
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that could be...
Yeah, I gotcha. You're making an analogy.
Yeah.
Also, this probably could have been on the Patreon, but instead on the Patreon today, we ended up briefly...
And Dr. Follicles, where did he get his degree? He's not a doctor.
I've still got to say, my favorite joke from your show that did not get as much love in the room as I gave it when you told it to me.
Okay,
was the one where you're talking about how you brought a snake home and you go, you know what? You in a cardboard box you had a snake and you're like, what am I going to do with this snake for 8 hours? And then you're like, luckily I found a ladder, so we made a little game of it. And you know, in the video for your show, you will hear me fucking lose my shit and almost like people give it a like, and I'm just like cackling.
I love that as well.
I think that's hilarious.
Game of it.
Is snakes and ladders like not a thing? Like
it is.
Yeah,
it so
it's the
is.
most basic game you can play.
I find it so funny. I wanted to do a whole bit about snakes and ladders. I want to do a whole video about snakes and ladders.
Yeah.
I just find the whole thing I find snakes and ladders very funny as a game.
Yeah.
Because when they were pitching that game, hey, we got... bring in the Hasbros. Yeah. We got a new game. It's so you move along and then you can find a ladder and you go up. It's called ladders. You're like, okay.
And then like a fireman pole or something. So you slide down.
No, we got snakes. Okay, sorry. Mum made me bring Mike. He always brings up the snakes. You slide down the snakes. Well, you don't really slide down snakes. We're doing snakes. What about like snakes and giraffes?
Yeah.
You know? No.
Make it a jungle theme.
No, it's ladders and snakes. They're not even like the size is off.
Together at last.
Yeah.
Ladders and snakes. Oh, God, that is really funny.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like the game doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense.
Okay, anyway.
Moving on from that, in what is a Harry Potter podcast, but one more thing. The air conditioner here is running. Thank you to several listeners who reached out for me with tips about the air conditioner.
Thank you so much.
But thankfully, a guy came over to fix it.
Kyle?
On Monday. No.
Kyle came over to the
It wasn't Kyle.
Why are you here, Kyle?
Can you fix my AC? No, a guy, but the name is interesting because the guy came and I was just chatting to him while he was working.
Is his name Con?
No, his name is not Con or Air. But
great movie.
I asked him his name. His name was Fernando. And then I said to him, and I said, you must love the ABBA song, Fernando. He said, what? And I said, the ABBA song, Fernando. He said, I've never heard it. So I said, hey, Google, play Fernando by ABBA. Neck minute, we spend a couple hours now Google's actually going to play it, but we spend a couple hours just listening to ABBA while we're working together. And he loved Fernando. He couldn't believe it. He could not believe that there was a song.
I am gobsmacked.
About his name being Fernando or him not knowing the song Fernando?
Him not knowing the name.
Hey, Google, stop playing. Hey, Google, stop playing. Okay, sorry.
I feel like every time we've tried to get Google to play something, it never works.
And then finally it works when I was actually trying not to get it to hear me.
But I cannot believe it. Someone called... How old is this guy?
He said he was 28.
And no one's ever gone, oh...
Fernando.
Hey, can you hear the drums?
There's something in the air.
No, is that the same? Is that the song? No, can you hear the drums,
Fernando? Can you hear the drums, Fernando? But then it's like, there was something in the air that night. The stars were bright. Fernando. You have to roll the R. Fernando. Oh, you're way better at that. Fernando.
Yeah,
can you do it?
Fernando.
Fernando.
Yeah,
Fernando.
Yeah, you're really needing to... You need to... I can tell you need to do it with your whole body. Whereas I can just kind of get it out there. You can just do it with
the tongue.
Fernando. Fernando, where are you?
There was something there for you and me. Fernando.
So the fact that your name is that and you've never heard it is wild.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, it'd be like your name being bloody Lola. And never hearing this.
Oh, yeah. La, 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 Lola. Yeah, it's like your name being one of the Beatles songs.
Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah, that.
My full name is Eleanor Rigby.
I mean, I assume someone's name was Eleanor Rigby. I assume
there's a song called Eleanor Rigby?
Yeah, it must be about
Eleanor,
you.
come on.
You live in Liverpool. It has to be you.
I've literally never heard that song. You know the Beatles? Yeah.
That Paul guy? Is he still doing music?
Yeah. He did that one with Ed Sheeran. Yeah.
I was thinking, what's the other Beatles? I was thinking of Penny Lane, but that's actually a street.
Yeah, but also, even if your name was Penny Lane.
Yeah, true. Wow. That is crazy.
Then imagine finding out if someone came up to me and said, "Oh, Sam Garlip, you must know that song.
You must know
Sam Garlip.
Sam Garlip.
There's a song called."
Yeah, true.
There was something there for you and me.
Do you think
Sam Garlip? Oh my God, that would have blown his mind.
But I guess it wasn't like, say his surname was like De La Cruz.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't. It's not like the song's called Fernando De La Cruz.
Oh,
like if there was a song called Sam, I think there's a few variables here. One, ABBA is such a significant artist.
Yes.
Like, so many of their songs are so well known.
Yeah.
And like, we're 30. He was 28. Like, but then... And then the fact that his name was Fernando, which is not a common name, at least in Australia, kind of reminds me of Michael Fernando. Remember Michael Fernando from school?
Yes, of course. Of course, I immediately thought of him from our school, but I just thought, let's not.
But Michael Fernando's last name is Fernando, whereas Fernando, his first name was Fernando.
I guess this is what made me... But with Michael Fernando from our school, we still at school be like, oh, can you hear the drums, mate? Like,
yeah, true.
You know, so... It's incredible that he's gone through his whole life.
You know what would be absolutely crazy if Fernando's surname
was Michael.
Oh no, that would be crazy. I was gonna say, what if his surname was Eleanor Rigby? And you're like, so you play Fernando by ABBA, and then you're like, what's his surname? Eleanor Rigby. Get out.
Or if his last name's Robinson, you're like, oh, your mum, here's to you, Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah, that's good. Anyway,
he's like, yeah, I know that one.
Should we do the fanfic?
Or anyone called Annie. Oh, are you okay? You know.
Oh, yeah. You know, me and Claire both thought, speaking of songs, we both thought as kids that it was Eddie. Eddie, are you okay? Did you know that? Did you think that too?
Absolutely not.
I think it's from, the Alien Ant Farm version. In like the early 2000s, this like pop...
Annie, you okay?
Well, yeah, but it's a Michael Jackson song,
right? But they did a bit of...
There was a cover that charted here, at least in like the 2000s, called by Alien Ant Farm. And they were a bit more like, Annie, you okay? And me and my brother, Dan, who you know from school, who also knows Michael Fernando.
Yeah, I put those two really close together in my mind.
Really?
Yeah.
But Dan doesn't know Fernando, the aircon guy.
Yeah, okay.
Neither does Michael Fernando.
Although if your brother was having aircon trouble, would you now recommend
I would
Fernando?
recommend Fernando.
Yeah, great. Sorry.
Jesus, okay.
Sorry.
God, Sam just hit me.
so well. I feel like, there's something in the air. Fernando. Oh, it's nice and cool.
There was something in the air to that
Like, there's something in the air. We better get Fernando over because there's something wrong with the air. There's something in the air. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Let's do the fanfic. Otherwise, we're going to be talking about Fernando forever.
I was going to do something else. About,
Oh, do you want to do it?
well, no,
do
it's only because I was going to say it's our last one of the year. It's I texted you.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with it, really. But obviously, this is at one part of the year. Everyone goes onto their music applications and looks for the thing we've been waiting for all year. It's your Wrapped. It's your Spotify Wrapped.
Your Spotify Wrapped, yeah.
That's all.
But where do we go with that?
Yeah,
like it was funny.
So
in a
just on the way over here, I messaged Mike. I said Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the ones where we were talking about the other week, where like maybe you were like, "That's the idea. You do something with it."
I did do that. I said I don't have anything, but if you think of anything,
well, if you did get Harry Potter and the Boys in your top podcast in your Spotify Wrapped, make sure you tag us in it. And what else do you have?
I've got these. I've got my top 5 Spotify Wrapped, my top 5 songs.
Oh, great. Great.
Well, obviously my top artists. I don't know about you. I'm a bit of like a kind of punky guy. So Weird Sisters.
Oh, love. Yeah, they were in mine. Yeah,
but I'm pretty eclectic. So then, actually, the Hogwarts Toad Choir.
Do they do recordings?
I
haven't found them on Spotify.
It's like the
it's crazy because my middle name is Hogwarts Toad Choir. I had no idea
they
about
existed.
them. Yeah.
And then this. I mean, I usually listen to them around Christmas time, but Celestina Warbeck.
Oh.
She's got a great Christmas album.
Yeah, one of my friends' mums loves her.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she's big in mums.
Yeah, I mean, every time of year, you must just think everyone's always saying how it's time for Celestina Warbeck to be thought out and brought out for Christmas time with her, her hits. And then me, I just love number 4. Mine was Hedwig's theme.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because that is a song in the Harry Potter universe as well, as we know, because Hagrid plays it on the flute. So that song does exist canonically.
It is, sorry, it is Hagrid's flautist. And then...
what else you got?
It got a bit thin around here. Neville's Waltz was my...
Yeah. Is that so... You're saying the song that Neville dances to in the movie.
I was there at the time, and I thought, I'm going to record this and listen to it a few times.
Which is weird because when Neville was dancing to it, it's not called Neville's Waltz before he was dancing to it. Like I assume that song has a name.
Yeah, but then they renamed
retroactively,
it, like in Wolverine and Deadpool, Backstreet Boys. They renamed the song on YouTube to be like the song from Deadpool. So
I think like mine were very similar, but I also had song that Durmstrang walks into
that is a good pump up, good gym song.
It's good. I listen to it at the gym all the time.
Cool.
Yeah. Nice, man. That's
and
so
that
good. Thanks
is my
for sharing.
Spotify Wrapped. Have you done your Spotify Wrapped?
Yeah, I have. Mainly just Blink-182, to be honest.
Okay, cool.
What was yours? Bit of Sabrina Carpenter?
No, my top artist was Taylor Swift. I'll be honest.
Sabrina Carpenter was in my top 5. Me and Claire, I fucking love her.
But so I had Taylor Swift, and then I had like Leslie Odom Jr. As in from Hamilton.
Yeah.
Just because I listened to one of their songs.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what else, but yeah, that's about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's not that. Mine are just, and also we always listen to Mel's Spotify, so mine is like...
Oh, your data. Yeah. I find that too, like, well, Claire uses mine a lot. Yeah. And like, I love Sabrina Carpenter, but I'd say like, it's more her having listened to it that got her there.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome.
Luke Combs. Country music.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a country fan?
Yeah, I'm going to Combsy.
Yeah.
Next
you are
year.
a bit of a country fan. So...
Mikey.
What?
Mike. What happened? It's actually embarrassing. My second song is Suddenly Seymour.
From Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, because I reckon I just listened to it one day. Like, a few times.
Yeah. It was funny because like my top song, it was like you listened to this 173 times. And I was like, that feels low.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because even that's not even once a day.
No. Yeah. But then I don't...
How many songs do you reckon you listen to a day? 20? 15?
No.
10?
Sometimes I don't, I guess.
Yeah,
I like to sing along to a song.
Yeah,
but
okay. Cool.
I'll just go through fate. Yeah.
All right,
anyway,
well,
let's
Sam.
Suddenly Seymour.
Suddenly
Anyway.
Oh, suddenly I'm in love with a stranger. I can't believe she's mine.
Can you hear the drums, Fernando?
Okay, we start by reading the title of the chapter. Sam,
Sorry, how far in we? How far
to this pod?
Yeah.
Well,
about okay.
Including the Patreon, 37 minutes.
I'm so sorry.
So I'd say maybe 25 minutes of this.
All right, now if you're just joining us by skipping over all the chat, it is time to start the actual point of the podcast.
Chapter 15, Sam. We pick up after last week where I think Derek and Mr. Charger met in the hallway.
Yes.
Now
for a lot of exposition.
Yeah, a lot of exposition. And we pick up with chapter 15, Sam, which is...
I'm just confused about how to start. Do I start with like the second paragraph, or do I start?
No, you start by reading the title of the chapter.
Oh, is that how?
That's how we usually do it.
Sure.
Like, feel free to mix it up.
I just without any instruction, I didn't know where to.
Yeah, and I think the listeners would get confused if we did it another way.
Okay, sure.
I mean, they're smart people, but we find we just got to really spell it out to the listeners a lot. That's why we do 25 minutes before we even get to this.
Yeah, because they might not be they're like, oh, what? They're starting the chapter already? I'm not ready.
Yeah, if anything, we should do more chit chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But anyway, we'll see.
Okay, here we go. The double F. Chapter 15. Rita Fulla Sheeta.
Ooh.
Which we've already been introduced to her.
Yeah. Well, she was mentioned, I think.
Yeah. Just a quick one. Have we in previous books had Rita Skeeter in or Rita Fulla Sheeta?
No. Neither. I don't think either. But it's sort of like
I was going to say Rita Skeeter's ringing a bell. Not just from.
Oh, you think she's appeared?
I think she has.
Okay. But it is interesting because there is obviously Dragon Malfoy as a character, but Draco Malfoy is also a character.
Yes.
So it's like, you can it's like, you're Sam Garlep. I'm sure there's a Sam Garlop out there floating around.
Yeah.
And if I met him, I'd be like, oh, that's crazy. I know a guy, Sam Garlep, you know?
And we both go, huh.
Yeah.
I reckon Rita Skeeter appeared in when we actually did the Triwizard.
The Team Wizard tournament. Yeah, she probably did.
I think she did.
Anyway, all right, let's pick it up.
That's for Amy or
that's for
someone.
the wiki, probably.
That's the wiki.
Put it in the wiki.
Okay, champions. Harry Potter said the next morning as he ushered Derek, Harold, Olivia, and Dildo into the boys' toilets.
Oh.
Come on in. Harry went over to the urinal, pulled his willy out, and started doing a wee. Okay. Because I feel like Dumbledore, they gathered the champions at some point. Or maybe they didn't.
They did, yeah.
But not in the toilet.
No.
Neville happened to pop out of one of the cubicles, covered in poo. Oh, Neville, you disgusting fuck, Harry said, turning around his whole body so that the flow of his wee started raining down away from the urinal and towards the students.
When you were at school, like primary school, did you used to see how high you could wee in the urinal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That's a big thing that boys do. You just aim it up and you just see how much force can you get it out in.
But then you wouldn't think in advance of like, oh, this could splash back.
Yeah, but there were kids, I remember, because I was like a nervous weeer, but some kids, they were like getting above the urinal, like hitting the wall.
Which is crazy.
Weeing on the wall.
And disgusting.
And disgusting in hindsight. In current sight, it was hilarious and impressive. Yeah. So think about that.
Okay. No, I'm just going to stop. Professor Potter, Dildo said in his Australian accent, what are we doing in the shitter? Now, are you Olivia?
Oh, yeah, I'm Olivia. Sorry, I'm
Rodrigo?
Mike, but I'd play Olivia. Yeah, okay. I've got to say,
Olivia said in her American accent.
I love how it specifies they're speaking in their own accent.
Yeah, which is just implied in a way.
I've got to say.
Olivia said in her American accent.
This is highly inappropriate, Professor.
Neville cleaned his face off and said, how have you all been going? How excited about the Triwizard tournament that happened? How excited about the Triwizard tournament that's happening?
Also, isn't it the Magilympics?
Yes.
So even Neville's like, this is very similar to...
Yes. Yeah. And it's not even the team with so, yeah. Neville, first of all, shut the fuck. Oh, we haven't had a shut the fuck in a while.
Yeah, it's a good throwback.
And second of all, you just Just shut up, Harry said. All right, everyone, follow me to the interview closer. The interview closer?
Yeah, weird. Closet, maybe?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Must be closet.
It's meant to be closet. It says closer or closer.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, follow me to the interview closet. Rita Fulla Sheeta is going to interview you or some shit. Harry's willy was caught in his zipper and a bit of blood was coming out, but Harry just ignored it. So, all right, everyone, just follow me to the interview closer. Rita Sheeta's going to interview you or some shit.
Have you ever been like bleeding in an inappropriate place?
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
Like I just remember last night I was on the tram and like I must have had a little cut on my leg and it was just bleeding. And I was like, I don't have Band-Aids.
Yeah,
There's nothing I can do.
It is awkward. You're like, I know this is disgusting.
Yeah. What should I do?
But like realistically, if I touch it, like it's actually just safer where it is.
Yeah. And I was wearing shorts. Like anyone could have seen it, and you're just embarrassed at that point. You know.
I think for my 19th birthday, we're going out clubbing and we got like stuck on the wrong exit of the Flinders Street train. We couldn't get out, so we're like, let's just jump the fence. And I jumped the fence, and something on my hand when I came, it didn't look sharp, but then I kind of came over and I just cut my hands. Oh. But I was already had a few drinks already. I was like, the club's right here.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going in. So I just kind of shoved my bleeding hand in my pocket. I just put my hands in my pocket for a while until they stopped bleeding.
Oh, God.
And that's so fun. So I'm like out, like, oh, fuck, I'm bleeding everywhere. So that's my birthday.
Like, yeah, hey, how are you? Yeah. You, and it's hard for you to be like, I have to go home because everyone's there for your birthday.
I'm like, it doesn't hurt that much.
Yeah.
But I have no way to stop it. And we're all like, well, are we going in? I'm like, well, yeah. And also, like, if I go in there, there's probably like a napkin.
What if you, like, you know, how old were you? Like
19.
19? You know, what if you went to the club, you know, met a nice girl, she wants to kiss you? Do you just leave your hand in her pocket and just keep kissing?
Well, probably better than, like, I don't know, like
brushing her face
with like blood and just I do the Mufasa and Simba brand.
The king has returned.
Yeah. One of the stories. Oh my God! When I used to work at an RSL or a pub nearby, this old Egyptian guy I worked with, Raf.
Oh yeah,
he was great. He was great. But
Rafael Nadal.
Yeah, it was Rafael Nadal. It actually was Rafael Nadal. He got a massive wedgie, and he one time was trying to cut like a lemon or something, and sliced his hand really badly. And then I remember hearing someone's like, "Oh, Raf's cut his hand." I got to work 2 hours later. Like, I'm like, "Raf, what are you doing here?" And he's like, just kind of like covered with like a tea towel. He's trying to keep working. I'm like,
go to the hospital.
Get out of here. Yeah. And he's like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, you're not, and you've got blood everywhere.
It's so
disgusting.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh no, I got, you know, I can't let you guys down. I'm like, you're not. You get out.
You're gonna die. You're bleeding.
But he was kind of annoyed. That was like, it was deep. He had to go get it stitched up. Anyway,
Anyway,
how much should we do? Any more blood gear?
Nah, let's stop the blood stuff.
Okay.
Bloody hell.
So, are you nervous for the first task? Harold said hesitantly to Olivia Flatchling. Harold couldn't believe how attractive Olivia Flatchling was. Her face was like a perfect ratio.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was good. One to
3. Oh, 1 to 3.
I don't know.
2 to 2.
1 to 1 would be a square face, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that just mean it was square?
No. Why?
Because, like, I don't know. What's a 1 to 1 face? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
She looked so pretty as she walked behind Harry, and her smile was just delightful and beautiful.
Now, so Olivia, and she is our first actual, like, prominent named new female character.
That's so true.
But it does appear, unfortunately, as though her entire existence is to be an object of desire for all of the male characters. Which
steps.
I apologize
Baby
for.
Baby steps.
It is very 2007 though. So,
we're doing well.
You know. Okay.
Here we go.
This is Olivia. My girlfriend's just texting, so it's all coming through on the iPad, and it's she's sending so much sexual stuff. So Sam
it's not sexual at all. But it's just
literally like, hey, how are you? I'm feeling okay. I work pretty hard at Rubax. I'm the top of my year.
Olivia said.
How about you?
She smiled at Harold, and he melted inside and felt a funny feeling in his penile region.
Oh.
Almost as though his missing penis was feeling a phantom sensation.
Ooh.
Wow. Now, phantom.
Phantom. But also, like, they do say there's, like, people who are amputees can, like, sometimes get a phantom sensation of their limb.
Which I'm impressed that,
Yeah. But also phantom farter. Yeah.
He said the word in the title.
That's crazy.
I'm feeling okay about it. My dad wrote The Nutty Professor, Harold said. That's stupid. Sorry, that's a stupid thing to bring up. Sorry. That's a stupid thing to bring up. Sorry, that's stupid.
Ignore me.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
Olivia giggled girlishly at Harold. She was at the end. Yeah, sorry, hit that one again.
It's a bit Michael Jackson-y, isn't it? It's a girlish giggle.
Olivia giggles like at Michael Jackson. She was at the end of the day just a girl. Even though there's no.
She giggled girlishly because at the end of the day she was just a girl.
But there's no what do you call it, punctuation in that sentence. So she was at the end of the day just a girl. Like, anyway. You know, the thing is, the first task could be absolutely anything, Dildo said. Because it says absolutely.
Absolutely, which is like a very... is that... Do we say absolutely?
Well, I don't.
Absolutely? I don't know.
It could be fighting a gigantocroc. That's an Australian magical creature.
And you would be very surprised if a gigantocroc wasn't just a very big crocodile.
Yeah, it feels like that. Yeah,
like if you found out it was a crocodile with wings, you'd be like, "Well, I was not expecting."
Yeah,
that.
we should have named something different. Our old headmaster Winslow Dundee died a few years ago, just trying to fight one off after it bit his brother's face off.
Jesus Christ.
Who's
Dundee.
the
current Crocomite Dundee is the current one, but they had Winslow Dundee.
Well, I mean, geez, you'd hope that. I mean, is the headmaster a crocodile?
What do you mean?
Is Crocomite Dundee like part croc?
Is he?
No, I just made that up.
I know there was Dyla Dungorius, who was a crocodile with human brain. So yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Can I say, Fernando's done such a good job with the AC. It is so cold in here.
Do you want to turn it off? Yeah, maybe turn it off.
I'll turn it off. Sorry, Fernando.
I mean, it's never been this good. It's never been this good.
Oh, God. Bloody Fernando.
All right, here we go. Dildo, stop speaking immediately. Watch my mouth. Watch my mouth, Dildo, Harry said. He made a point of closing his mouth. No one wants to hear you, Dildo. Your voice is annoying. Watch my mouth.
You can almost hear the sound of the closed mouth.
Harry then took out a notepad and a pen and wrote down Gigantocroc and task idea for Magilympics. Shut the fuck up.
So Harry has clearly not thought of anything.
Yeah. It's like, wow, that's okay. It's like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, actually, I'm going to write that down. I want to write that down. Dildo could clearly... I love that his name's Dildo now. We're just going with it. Dildo could clearly see what he was writing and said, "Did you just write down what I said?" Watch my mouth, Dildo. Harry shut his mouth again and pointed at it. He then drew a little copyright symbol next to the stuff he wrote. He looked at Neville and smiled. That is so funny.
I would love that, that is the rule, is you just write something down as long as you put a little copyright symbol that you draw.
I used to think that was the rule.
Yeah, I did too.
That's just really opened up a memory of like, you do like a little like...
Copyright.
You do some bubble writing of your name and then be like, copyright. You write copyright on it. And be like, wow, now no one can steal that.
Yeah, that's just
Not that anyone fucking would.
Yeah. No one's going through like a grade 4's notebook and being like, a pool with Coca-Cola in it. That's such a good... Oh, it's
genius.
copyright.
It's copyright. Damn.
It's copyrighted it. Yeah. Can't do it.
So funny. All right. He looked over at Neville and smiled. All right, go in there, I guess, Harry said. they had been walking through a corridor. Had they? I thought they were in the toilets.
No, but they left the toilet.
Oh, they did.
Didn't they?
They'd been walking through a corridor and he had opened the door to an empty classroom. A tall, fancy, and glamourous woman.
Glamour's woman.
Definitely meant to be glamorous.
Yeah.
But it's just spelled Glamores.
Glamour's. Maybe it is.
Glamores.
Glamours. I'm glamours.
It's funny. Would that song have been out at this point?
You know, okay, this is a great callback,
Yeah.
and I don't think it would have been. This was still Black Eyed Peas era for Fergie. Imagine if you said to Fergie, hey, do you know the song Fergalicious? She's like, no. Who's it by? I think it's by you. I've never heard it.
I've never heard that.
It's Fergalicious about me.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well,
Okay.
it is just, what I'm thinking is maybe that Fergie, after the first few books, or Fergie is a big fan of Harry Potter and the Boys.
She was in it.
She was in it. So
Yeah,
then
she's in book 2.
maybe she's got advanced copies. She's been reading these and she's like, wow, Mike has spelled glamorous wrong. I've got to make a song about this.
Where I teach people how to spell
how
it.
to spell glamorous. Because people are spelling it wrong.
Yeah.
This is a combination. I mean, if my favourite author, Mike.
Yeah. And maybe Gwen Stefani did it with bananas as well.
Yeah,
Bananas.
Because, you were spelling that wrong as well.
This shit is bananas. Bananas.
Yeah. So, anyway, thank you, Fergie, because after this, I'm sure Mike never misspelled it again.
Yeah.
A tall, fancy, and glamourous woman with blonde hair was standing there, ... in what appeared to be a confrontation with Fuckster Fungorius.
Ooh, a confrontation. Wow.
A female character.
Ooh.
I think I will do as I please, Professor Fungorius, and I won't have you speak to me like that again, she said, without any other context to the conversation. Professor Fungorius appeared startled that the others had entered the room and quickly walked out. Weird. I wonder where Fuckity Duckity Doc is, said Derek to no one in particular. Why is that weird?
Because FDD, aka Fuckity Duckity Dog, but
gotcha.
FDD has been I'm getting like mini me vibes. I think I've said that from FDD. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it is a bit weird. He's because I think the vibe we get from FDD is that he's like a little bit like maybe like could have like a intellectual disability. So maybe he's always with Fuckster Fungorius or Anyway, who knows?
It's reminding me of. Have you watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No, but everyone says I should. That's actually why I'm not, because I'm not one of the crowd.
Well, D gets a boyfriend who's a rapper, but then the others are like, he's intellectually disabled. And she's like, no, he's not.
And Fuckity Duckity Doc's a rapper.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's actually a lot like that.
That is that's crazy.
And then she's like, no, he's not, is he? And then that's
interesting.
That's kind of
Okay.
Actually, I don't think they, because it was in like 2003 or 4, they
they're
don't say
not that.
intellectually disabled.
Yeah.
The title of the shows. Yeah. Michael and the rest of the boys happened to be walking past. As Michael looked into the open door, he noticed Harold and Olivia chatting and laughing together.
Aww.
He went into another freeze time dream-like sequence. Hang on. He went into another freeze time dream-like sequence and piano music started playing.
Oh, can I do the song?
Yeah. Well, I'd rather you didn't, but...
There's that girl that I like. Now it appears she might like another guy. I saw them flirting from the corner of my eye. I'm gonna go to bed and just cry.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. And that's just happened in his head.
Yeah.
Cool. Michael ran away from the rest of the boys crying.
What the fuck is his problem?
Jimmy said,
By the way, Tom, are you headed to Gabby's Shadow Puppet show tomorrow night? Because I'm looking for someone to go with me. If you can't go, don't worry, I just go alone. I just thought, if you wanted to come, maybe you could come. And anyway, just let me know, whatever, I don't care. I'll probably just go alone. I don't care. I probably won't even go. If you're going, I'll go though.
Oh, so it feels like he's just like kind of asking him out, kind of not.
Yeah.
But like, you're like, yeah, we can go. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
it's
go.
just-
Can the others come? I mean,
I'll bring whoever you want. I mean,
but I just thought me and you could go.
if you
Like,
want, yeah. You can meet at mine.
the other guys are losers. It's just me and you are the cool ones.
Just feels like the whole school's going to be there anyway. Like, there's not really a lot going on, so yeah, I can meet you there, sure.
Yeah, no, I guess we could just go together. Like, I'll meet you at the Fat Lady. Do you want to meet me at the Fat Lady?
Yeah, I mean, like we're all. Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Just like me and it would be cool if people saw like me and you getting there together. So like people might think that like I don't know. I don't know what people would think, but I think people should see us coming in together.
Oh, well,
By the way, me and Sam are just improv.
Yeah, we are. But it just feels weird. Like, I mean, like we're all coming from Gryffindor House.
Yeah.
You're coming from like it will actually be easier for you just to go straight to the. Just me there.
No, but I want to give you something before that I don't want the other people to see.
I don't like that.
Anyway. I might not even go. Unless are you going? Are you definitely gonna go?
I'll see how I feel.
Okay, because if you're definitely gonna go, I'll go. But if you're on the fence, I'm just gonna stay. I don't even want to go.
Right, well, don't go. If you don't want, hey, if you don't want to go, don't go.
Yeah, but are you going?
I am going to go, but I know
Okay,
that.
well,
But, no,
I'll
but
go.
I know that you don't want to go.
I'll go. I'll meet you there. I'll just meet you there. It'll be fun.
Oh, fuck.
Well, and scene.
Wow.
Well done.
Morgan
Should I stay or should I go by the Clash? I don't know.
We should go.
Okay.
All right. Rita Fulla Sheeta introduced herself as a reputable writer. Oh, reputable. Fuck. I was like, what the... Anyway. Instead of a reputable writer from the Daily Prophet and asked the champions to all sit down for a photo shoot and interview. She actually asked the boys to take their shirts off for the photos, which actually came across as highly unprofessional, but she made it very clear that she was reputable and professional. So everyone was cool with it, I guess.
Hey, this seems really unprofessional. Oh, no, I'm a professional.
No, I am professional.
I'm a professional. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So you wouldn't actually know what is professional because I am a professional, so
Yeah.
I would know.
Yeah. So it's normal. So, I don't know what voice I'm going to
I like that.
So, Miss Flatchling, what makes you think you can compete against these big, strong boys with their big muscles and who knows what else? She winks sexually.
Well, I think all of the champions are selected on their own merit.
Olivia said. Rita Fulla Sheeta wrote girl power down on her notepad with a peace sign.
With a peace sign.
What? Not even near what she said. Mr. Biscuits, is it true you have no currently functioning penis?
Oh,
Rita said.
poor Harold.
Olivia's eyes widened in shock. Dildo laughed and said, they chopped his cock off. Harold vomited. Oh no. I'll take that as your answer, Rita said. Now, Mr. Dilderoni, you've come from the land down under. Yeah, Dildo said. It suddenly began raining and a bolt of thunder struck. What? How does that have... Okay. Oh, dear God. Can you hear that? Rita said, directing her attention to the window, where various students outside for running and taking cover from the rain.
So
We're running?
Sorry, I don't think you picked
No, I
up on
haven't.
the joke. So she said you've come from the land down under, and then in the song, the famous song, it goes.
yeah.
Then rain in a bolt of thunder. Can you? Oh no! Then it's like, can you hear the thunder? And then it goes, you better run, you better take cover. And it said the
Yeah,
students
okay.
are running and taking cover. So that was pretty bad, to be honest. But you better run, you better take cover.
A bolt of thunder was annoying though. There's no bolt of thunder. It's a bolt of lightning.
Yeah, but it says, can you hear the thunder?
Yeah.
I guess. So
Yeah,
anyway,
that's through me
that's
off.
stupid. Yeah.
Mr. Derrickson, Rita began. Yes, Derek said. You were selected by mistake. Are you scared? She continued. Yes, I'm very scared. I don't want to participate in this. I'd rather just do school, thanks, Derek said. And what makes you so confident? Rita continued, seemingly ignoring Derek. Okay. Look at Mr. Biscuits. Perhaps his penis is missing, but his brain certainly isn't. And take a glimpse at Mr. Dilderoni. Look at his muscular physique and his bulging penile region. He's a man, Derrickson. A big, strong man. And Miss Flatchling? She may be pretty, but she's easily the most powerful of the four of you magic-wise, and there's no secret about that. I don't know what's happening here. Olivia smiled knowingly. But you, Derrickson, what is it that you can do? I've read the first 3 books. Like Fergie. No, it doesn't say that. There are whispers, indications you can do powerful magic. You corporealize the penis of a ghost in your 2nd year. I've heard you can spirit jump.
Oh.
I love that she's read the books. Big fan.
Yeah. Well, she is
the books
reputable. She's reputable.
That's true. Harold and Olivia
Imagine
raised
that
their eyebrows.
actually, if that was like in real life, like you know, you're going on a date with someone's like, oh, I read you the books of your last
life.
10 years, so
Yeah.
I'm up
Kinda
to
know
date.
already.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
crazy twist with Dad passing away.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that would have been hard.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to bring it up on the first date, but sure.
Oh, but it's all in the book.
Yeah, right. Harold and Olivia raised their eyebrows. A 4th year? Spirit jumping? Not even they could achieve that.
Wow.
I look forward to seeing what you all do, Rita said, clicking her fingers and vanishing. She then had to come back because she left her bag. So then she clicked her fingers and vanished again. Well, I mean, what an interview.
Yeah. One question each.
She made one question to Olivia.
Yeah. And then she asked Harold about his penis.
Yeah, and then he just vomited. Oh, I'll take that as your answer. Dildo, you're from Australia? Yeah.
Reference to Australian song.
Are you scared? Yeah, okay, a question each, but still.
Pretty pathetic.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, now. Oh, shit,
Hang on,
where am I?
We're there. Oh, this is Olivia. Well, I guess I'll be seeing you boys.
Olivia said, being the first one to walk out of the room. All 3 of the boys looked at her and her beauty. Everything about her was beautiful. She could have done a fart right then and no one would care.
Interesting. There's been a few people in the Discord, which people are welcome to join. Bit of suspicion around Olivia Flatchling.
Really?
Yeah. But then also I'm curious about Fuckster Fungorius, like even at the top of this chapter, bit of suspicion.
Yeah.
So,
and like I guess flatulence is still...
yeah, dark
yeah.
farts, yep.
Hang on. So she could have done a fart right then and no one would care. Actually, that being said, there was the light stench of a fart in the room.
Oh.
End of chapter.
Oh.
So maybe there was a fart.
Interesting. Wow.
And that's the end of the chapter.
Wow. What a great place to leave.
Almost like a cliffhanger in a way.
Yeah, the 2024 year, not season 4 of the pod, but year 5 of the pod, I think. Or year 4. I don't know.
Or are we currently booked for year 4? No.
I think we are, because I started this in 2020, I think. Crazy.
Yeah, but if you started in 2020. Oh.
Anyway,
Whatever.
We'll be back soon.
Sorry.
Good episode.
Yeah, good episode. Cliff, is Olivia is she going to be revealed as some kind of, maybe she's a farter?
A phantom farter.
I mean, I guess there was a license of a fart in the room.
Yeah. Whose fart was it?
Or is it going to be someone else? What's going on with Fuckster?
Yeah.
Where's that little freaky guy hangs out with?
Where's FDD?
But wow, these are all questions that will be answered at the end of the year.
Next time.
Next year.
No,
Harry
not
Potter
at the end of the year.
Next year.
Next year. At the start of next year, they may be answered.
Yeah.
But they also might be answered at the end of next
Yeah,
year.
that's true. Just quickly, thank you everyone for the year. What a wonderful year.
Such a good year. Sorry we didn't get to do a live show this year, but we'll try and do one at the start of next year, early next year.
I think we wanted to do one, but COVID.
COVID was just such a big...
We were still feeling the impacts of COVID, so we couldn't do a live show this year.
Yeah. We were still feeling the impact of the drought in Victoria from 2005.
It was terrible.
Just the drought. And we just knew there'd be so much water being wasted at the live show because we had a whole thing with, we were going to bring water bombs and throw them into the crowd and stuff.
Yeah.
And
but then I wasn't allowed. My mum didn't let me have any water bombs.
So we just thought if there's still a drought, and there's not, but out of respect to the drought.
And then the US election...
Yes.
That was just that threw a spanner in the works.
Yeah. And I felt I was still feeling pretty shooken up by the John Lennon assassination.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't alive when that happened, but it it's always affected me.
Yeah,
I think
and just this year more than
Yeah, I came out of the womb. As soon as I came out of the womb, I was like, I can't believe we live in a world where that can happen.
Yeah,
and I've lived with that. And I just thought, if we do a live show, we're really opening ourselves up to assassination.
You came out of, like, I can't believe that someone who wrote some beautiful songs as Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah, Penny Lane. Not Fernando, but he. It's very possible that Lennon may have known about the song Fernando. Depending what year he died, because I think he did die in the 70s, and ABBA was getting quite big in the 70s.
By the way, it felt disrespectful to do a live show this year.
Yeah, because John Lennon died, and I just think the Queen died.
Queen Victoria,
Queen Victoria, and Freddie Mercury as well of Queen. I thought you were referring to that.
Oh yeah.
I just thought there are so many performers who have died, not this year, but just died
in general.
And I thought it would be disrespectful to do a live show this year.
We thought we'd take a year of silence.
Yeah. From live shows of this pod.
Of this podcast. But we have appeared live, in other forms.
In our lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, we're always live.
We are
in
alive.
Life,
and we are alive.
Yeah.
Which feels disrespectful as well, doesn't it? When other people are dead.
It does feel, and I felt that when I was born as well. Yeah. I just thought, this is instantly, it's not fair on all the people who died. And I was going back to, or even like all of Henry VIII's wives that he killed. I was like, well, that's not fair. Why should I get this opportunity?
I think this is where the podcast should just fade out to the end of the year. just fading out.
Yeah, just fade it out. But,
thank you all so much. What a year. We'll see you next year. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I guess there's only one thing left to say. I just felt so bad. Elvis Presley died as well. And my mum loves Elvis. So I grew up on Elvis. Yeah. So I was thinking a lot about Elvis.
And Tutankhamun.
Like, he was a boy.
He was just a boy king.
He's just a boy. And it's at that point, especially because I'm turning 30, I was like, Tutankhamun, he got King Tut, he got to be pharaoh of the ancient Egyptian civilization, and it all gets taken away from him at 16? And I'm 30. I've gotten to live 15 years. Admittedly, not in the same level of luxury as him, but I feel bad he didn't get to enjoy it more, and that's why we didn't do a live show.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah. So shout out to King Tut. We're still thinking of you. And
and to celebrate, out of respect for everyone who has died, I'm going to end the pod with an excerpt of a news report of the news report on John Lennon's assassination. So if you could all just keep listening to that, and just a little moment of silence would be really appreciated during that. And so will we throw to that now, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay. Well, goodbye, Hamores.
Goodbye, Hamores. Yesterday.
No, I'm going to put the news in.
Oh, yeah.
And also, that was McCartney.
Well, hang on. They're together, though. Didn't they sing it all together? No, but didn't they?
John Lennon was with Yoko Ono.
No, but didn't they sing it all
Paul
together?
Paul was with Linda.
Yeah, but then they all sang that song together, didn't they?
What, just as a barbershop quartet? Okay, goodbye, Amores, and now's the news thing, if I remember, which I probably won't. No, I will. Merry Christmas.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tom Brokaw. This is today, December 9th. I'm here with Jane Pauley, and this entire half hour will be devoted to the murder of John Lennon, ex-Beatle, one of the best-known musicians and most influential people of his time. As you heard Dr. Stephen Lynn at Roosevelt Hospital in New York City say, Lennon was shot and killed at about 11 o'clock last night outside his apartment building. News of the Lennon shooting, of course, spread quickly around the world. NBC News correspondent Stephen Frazier tells what happened last night on Manhattan's West Side.